La vez pasada estábamos jugando un rato y bueno, supuestamente tenía que recoger unas flores, pero esas flores salieron como monstruos. Así que con la voz que cantó el personaje principal, bueno, no le gustó que digamos. ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Allá no, más abajo. Ah, la tengo que hacer yo todavía. Ay, qué asco. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Tengo que ir a explorar acá, en serio. Vámonos. Tengo que ir allá rápido una vez porque si no, no quedará nada, ¿verdad? Por cierto, un amigo me pidió que tenga más calidad el video. Chiro, perdón, pero no sé cómo ajustar la resolución del video. Aunque no sé si ya lo habré arreglado o no. Pero bueno, la verdad no sé qué hacer. Menos palabras y vamos a ver qué podemos hacer. Bajada épica.
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Félix, ¿qué pasa, Félix?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith
Sí.
are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hid.
It seems inevitable.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the...
Surely the Liu Qixing are not the...
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's
And what now? How is it that the
That's all Ningguang's. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must reign. Only now do they want to start keeping Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that...
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
No podemos quedarnos con los brazos
Do you
cruzados.
intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may...
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
Okay.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
El chico creo que puede estar con
Pavan
nosotros.
gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is. But where
¿Cómo se
can
llama
we
el pata
find
que
him
nos,
now?
cómo se llama el pata que nos pagó todo esto con las moras? No me acuerdo.
Where would he go at a time like this?
Solo hay un lugar en el que él podría ir. Ah, en el mismo lugar donde hemos ido, ¿no? ¿Sí o no? Debe estar cerca, ¿no? ¿No hay un lugar más rápido, en serio, para ir? Ah, fue en otro lado. Fue al otro lado, entonces. Está por allá. No, tengo que subir arriba. No manches. Oye, ¿qué hay acá dos perros? Son dos perros diferentes, ¿no? A ver, cambia personaje, sí, un ratito, cambia personaje. Qué raro que haya dos perros, en serio.
This world is full of unsolved mystery.
¿Lo puedo tocar? ¿Lo puedo tocar? Dime que sí, ¿te puedo tocar? Oye, ¿te puedo tocar? Dime que sí. ¿Pétate con el esto de un jugador o qué? Pegar, ¿qué es? Olvídalo. ¿Por qué te puedo agarrar el perro, en serio? ¿Por qué? Vámonos. Ah, vale, vale, hacer eso hasta arriba, así que no puedo hacer nada. Ya, alguien está arriba, no sé quién está esperando. Bueno, está como sea, estoy un poquito cerca. Ay, tan rápido las 10, ¿en serio? No pude ni jugar ni 5 minutos. En la Casa Dorada. Sí, busca la verdadera, llegaste al destino. Ya, vamos para allá. Vamos a empezar. Usar ese deck. El deck, digo. Usar ese equipo. No, lo que pasa es que estoy jugando demasiado Yu-Gi-Oh! Y no me percato mucho de... Bueno, últimamente estoy jugando todos los días, aunque sea una horita o media horita. Para ver qué puedo hacer, pues.
Wow! This is the
La
golden
Casa Dorada.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier?
Sí, mucho oro.
To that Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few more go missing.
Si mueves un dedo, estamos acabados, ¿eh?
Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here.
Sí, claro, porque tú eres la única que puede robar una mora.
Take any, we can still have a closer look. Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Tengo otro presentimiento sobre este lugar.
Right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all...
Ok, entonces, si está en la Casa Dorada, ¿qué es lo que tengo que hacer? Bueno, primero. Ya que aquí ya que aquí hay muchas moras. Y aquí alguien ha caído. Ven, ¿estás bien? ¿Estás tirado? ¿Estás dormido? ¿Despierta? No, no está. Vámonos. Ey, es otro dragón, entonces... ¿Pelear contra otro dragón? No, ¿en serio?
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself.
¿Y qué saca?
Now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Creo que llegué justo en el momento indicado.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly... Don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted stopping the Mora mints, hiding away the Exuvia.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my... She will get that which she desires.
No dejaré que te acerques a la Exuvia.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to... The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped either way. We now come to my favorite part. The battle.
¿Eso crees?
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for...
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt,
Traidor.
she swiftly left the scene once. Instead of confronting you directly,
Si vuelvo
she
a
chose to
contigo,
rely
que
on
así
the
sea, en
snow
serio.
and ice. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will But as for me, the greatest...
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever...
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you. Besides, you could never defeat me. Not even in your
¿Que nunca
wildest
podré vencerte?
dreams.
Eso ya lo veremos.
Fighting talk, I love it.
Bien, pelea masiva.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
¿Tienes una debilidad? ¿Sabes cuál es?
Animal test,
Cowering
6308.
already?
Absorption test. Stand clear. Swirl. Mark 2. A minor error.
Muérete una vez, ¿eh? Pero... ¡Wow!
Not bad,
¡Qué loco! Un poco una ballena.
passable effort. You've made some progress. Guess I
¿Qué
should
se toca? ¡Toma!
take you more seriously.
¡Listo!
Haha, good. No wonder
Otro.
Senora was so
What the fuck?
wary of you.
¿Qué?
Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough.
Ahora, ya
Now,
cambiaste de atributo,
show
no
me what
vale.
you can do against the might of a harbinger.
Spirit Blade! Attack!
Absorption test. Stand clear.
You've got some skills.
Absorption test.
No sabía que había otro elemento que te impedía activar digamos, elementos. Eso quiere decir que cualquier persona puede usar varios elementos.
From whence you came!
Something else catch your eye?
Aparte de personaje principal, claro.
Swift and merciful!
¿Listo? ¿Ya moriste? Oh, maldita sea, no puede ser.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Bien.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected.
¿Qué hizo?
You beat me to it, didn't you?
¿Ah? Ah, no hay nada. Ahí no hay nada, entonces. O alguien se adelantó. Miércoles. Wow. Bien, ¿quieres pelea? Te la daré. Bien, te pusiste un mamón, ¿no? Entonces te voy a matar con ganas. Dime que voy a pelear contra él de nuevo. Dime la verdad, dime que sí. Paimon, ¿está bien? Épico. Wow. Bien, ven acá, tío, listo. ¿Dónde estás?
Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the golden house to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the gnosis over. Now! Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it.
Bueno, mientras uso el elemento... Ajá. Checo.
I'll catch up. Steady as stone.
Bueno, mientras uso la habilidad escondida posiblemente.
Swift and merciful! A touch of frost. Submit for judgment.
Stand clear.
Ahí. Checo.
Quake! Forth, my blade!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Espérate nomás que me
Time to clean
recupere.
up.
Ven acá.
I'll catch up.
¿No lo harás? No lo harás. Recupero mis amigos. Chueco, chueco.
Absorption test. Don't break my glasses.
One with my blade.
Mira, muerto, 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 muerto.
Die here.
Leave it all to me.
Ah, cúrate, cúrate.
Fourth, my
Dale duro.
blade.
Listo,
From
murió.
whence you came.
Some you went, and some you left.
Sí. ¿Y cómo te quedó el ojo?
Child's back to normal again.
Well then, it seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too... And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any you had no connection to the Gnosis.
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Senora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Es porque estamos riendo los poderes de los siete
You
elementos.
already know the answer, don't you? I can see it, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my cure. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Sí, yo opino lo mismo.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps in fact, it might be that the exuv...
What? So you mean that...
Que Rela pues todavía vive.
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also wealth. As such,
Interesante.
we must...
backup plan?
Plan B.
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away, and the truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom will. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osile,
¿Hay un dios ahí?
overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geor Archon in the Archon War. If such an
Yeah.
ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and...
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey! Those
Son
are
los
sigils
sellos.
of... Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Estoy tratando de explicar.
Indeed.
Dice.
The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by... Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest, but knowing that
Yeah.
such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well.
No seas. Vas a... ¡Hala, qué pendejo! Oh no. Oh no. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué mierda es eso?
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Córrele, güey, córrele.
Huh? He's already gone.
Sí, se fue, lo sé.
That guy is fast. What's going on?
Mierda. Wow. ¿Y ahora qué hay que hacer? Otro lo caso, en serio, otro lo caso. Batalla épica, ya voy. Está locazo.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, do we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex?
No creo.
What
Hey,
are you doing
yeah.
here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our different...
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex...
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without... Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
Vamos
So
que
the
sí.
Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like... So will the power of the Chising, Millilith, and Adepti...
We've already discussed this together, and our...
What? But all of you were supposed to be the Guardian...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qi-Sing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms?
I suppose this is one blessing from the... So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Ok, entonces... Oh. ¡Hey! ¡La ballesta! No puede ser, en serio. Ajá, ahí está él. ¡No!
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
Viene por a atacar. Dime que voy a pelear, dime que voy a pelear bien. Voy a pelear bien, matanza. Pero hay un problema. No tengo nada de fuego. No, mira, se tengo que matar.
All able Millilith, with me!
Ya lo sé.
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Animal hypostasis...
One with my blade.
We've only just begun. Looks like I went too far.
Absorption test.
Submit for judgment.
¿Dónde más? Ataquen, chicos, ataquen. Ahí están.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75.
¿Saben qué, chicos? Vale la pena
That is Osial's
jugar esta
divine
semana todos los
power.
días, aunque sea.
I am very familiar with it.
¿Dónde más?
Be careful not to get hit.
¡Uy! ¡No! Me caí.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
No lo harán.
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Absorption test. ancient gods attacking again! There are so many between two!
Sí, yo lo sé, tengo poco batería. Ya sé ya que están atacando esa parte. No me queda otra.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Whoa! It's Madame Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong! Someone needs assistance. Mark 2! Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's
Me
like
gustaría
in a fight!
recuperar a uno de mis compañeros muerto. Vamos chicos, ataquen.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Ya lo sé, corre, corre, corre. Ya. ¿No eran solo 3? No eran 5. ¿Más para atacar o qué? Y ataquen chicos, ataquen, ataquen. Sí.
Giant, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Marta.
Shine.
¿Dónde más? Allá.
Swift and merciful. Quake. Terra smash.
Let me amuse myself.
Muerto.
Look at me.
¿Ni más? Vale. Allá, allá, allá. Corre, 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 corre.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has
Esplaza,
reached
toman.
its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse
Muertos.
to come, right?
Muerto, muerte. Muerto, ya. No hay más, ¿no? Rayos. Espadazo. No dejaré que ataquen el...
Absorption test. Stand clear. Enhanced animal module 75. Animal test 6308.
Dust.
Muerto. No me lo creo. ¿En serio hay más todavía? ¿Qué pasa si giro rápido? Muerto. Muerto. Ay, ¿qué quedas tú? En serio, tú eres tú la más odiada. Mi vida 10%, quiero 10%.
Someone needs assistance.
A touch of frost.
The Batui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Dime que ya no hay más. Uy, casi me matan a este. Casi me matan a esta torre, en serio. Bueno, menos.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Oh. Shit, qué locazo.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Oh oh. Oh oh. No, destruyen las torres. No. Gracias, men.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
¡Ay, miércoles, kabum! Tengo que investigar ahora los restos. Se acabó. Oh, me lo creo. Qué pica batalla, en serio. Me dan ganas de seguir jugando.
Is it finally over?
Sí,
The
ya terminada.
ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord...
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited... At first, it was only the size of a small room. But with continued expansion, it is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with... Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time. Immovable. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue...
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me
What?
¿Ya?
in the dream. I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equal. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had... But I dared not speak.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
En un momento de discordia entre protectores y protegidos, la armonía se vuelve difícil de restaurar.
That's something that happened in Mon It's a story. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides because he believed that such
Entonces lo que
conflict would
aprendimos en
only
la capital de
scar
la libertad.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity, as Adepti, we've become a laughingstock.
All right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adept, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear?
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful when danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come...
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able...
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be... Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But although their blood is weak, the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel...
Your line of inquiry is askew.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Finalmente están tratando de entender el corazón de la gente.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contract, fair enough.
Aunque me topé con un ave,
Since
pero no
we
me topé con él
Adepti
con el
have
fruto de la luna.
consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided.
Tú lo has dicho.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Void. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that arc?
Ah, entonces queda la muerte de Rigel.
He doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing?
Bueno, ahora hay un problema, ya
No
no
idea
tenemos
where
el palacio
Yangmi's
Jade.
gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshan Funeral Parlor.
Ya que no hay un palacio de Jade, no podemos hacer nada. Solo tengo que ir ahora al... ¿Dónde tengo que ir ahora? Bueno, ya llego. Me falta poco, me falta 100 metros. Faltan... pocos metros. No me lo creo. Vamos, corre. Ya aquí estoy. Ahí llegué. ¿Y bien qué hago acá?
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor...
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the... We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Ok, Shaolin, ¿dónde estás? Es acá, ¿no? Ah, es arriba. Ah, hay que entrar adentro otra vez. Ah, rayos. ¿Qué horas son, ah? Ah, creo que aquí lo dejo, no sé. Acabo este acto y adiós. En serio, acabo este acto y adiós. Ya mañana juego con el otro acto.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves...
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides,
Maldita.
aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the... Oh, it seems that's...
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
Señora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched
Todo para
away.
recuperarla.
don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last so it might be best to keep things peaceful this time.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liua was near...
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had any... Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very... The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Ah, Nobile fue engañado por
So
Señora.
actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through
¿Y
here.
qué vas a hacer,
You
señora?
remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The no...
¿Qué acuerdo?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is...
¿Qué es eso?
How sanctimonious.
Entonces Zhongli es Rex Lapis.
So you're the Lord of No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
¿Y
For
por
it
qué
is a
fingiste tu
matter...
muerte?
You don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes. And then...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I... As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. I witnessed
la
the
miércoles,
even
ya estás viejo ya.
boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time.
Ya.
Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a... I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself...
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
Pero si tú hubieras terminado en un desastre, ¿tendrías otro
That's
plan?
right. Which is why I continued to say...
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your...
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when
I was pleasantly surprised with the finale of the show that you all put on. The Adepti deserve the greatest applause, considering their years of seclusion. And hats off to the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract, Senora. She managed... All the while, I carried on as Zhongli, and these things were all a part of my script. The only unforeseen plot twist, I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protect...
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortal...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
Vamos a medir en tu
Haven't you
posición.
learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then,
Sí,
with
sí,
the
claro,
Gnosis
que
in my
te vencimos
possession,
una
I
vez.
have no use for such idle chat.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the...
Do as you wish.
Ta rayos
Now then.
desgraciado.
Is there anything else you wish to ask me?
¿Qué precio pagarías acá? No, ¿qué te dio el condense que no?
As Zhongli always told us, a good...
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, my
Yeah.
agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts. As for the bargaining chip, uncover that answer for yourself in your future job.
O sea, sin el contrato se ya quedó, ¿no? Ah, tanto para... Siendo él el rey Geo, le da se ignora su... Geosis. Ta rayos. Yo pensaba que... ¿Qué era sin ignora supuestamente? Carga, carga. Carga. Carga.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now. One Wind Bookhouse. Guess this is where we...
Oh. Que agarre.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel...
Sorry, dear. We stopped...
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so...
The thing is, the author made it... It barely sold any copies. And the few travelers...
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt...
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock.
Who's Cheng the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingce Village. He was a regular customer here back when he lived...
Did somebody say out of print books?
Me tocó ella.
Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in
No
his
debes escuchar
collection?
conversaciones
Apologies,
ajenas.
my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho. Since you and I
Vale.
are both in search of lost books, what say we travel
sentido.
together? My pleasure, fellow book lover.
Ya te encontré, al fin te tengo. Oh, es un acto. Pero está en la biblioteca.
Should
Guarda,
we
guarda,
ask
guarda,
here
guarda.
to have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel Guide? It's
Yo no
super
quiero ese de
duper
ahí.
interesting.
Alto ahí, alto, 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 alto. Alto, alto ahí, alto ahí. Un segundo. Anuncios, a ver. Ya. Creo que lo voy a dejar aquí y no me esperaba encontrar este rito acá, en serio. Lo voy a dejar acá, ¿sí? De mañana jugaré un rato más.